remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
Go, 60 by 6. Go.
Play action now. Ward. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
In motion, the tight end. On the draw, this is Davis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, a strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing now, Ward. Man, and he hits him in stride. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd down and 4.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Ward now working out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mason Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be stopped cold. Big coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time.
Hurts fumbles it. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Thomas, 93 yards. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Ward. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. These two teams all tied after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Ward. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Garcia. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 25-yard line.
Whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Garcia. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
That's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing is Ward. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Ward. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Moore. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Working out of the gun here, Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll throw again, Ward. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And a gain of 5. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. It would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Hey, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey! Great. Set. Trimmer.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Brian Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Oilers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
From the shotgun, it's Ward.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He gets it to Addison. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Going for it, here's Ward.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Silver. 63, 62.
They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Option play. Here's a give to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
27-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Third and 8.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now.
Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the Oilers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Oilers 34, Raiders 24.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. That's caught by Addison.
Simple drag route here, lined up on the left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now 1st and goal. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go now.
Play fake. Here's Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cam Ward. A 3-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Raiders will line
They'll
up
try and throw for it.
conversion.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Hey, go.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Good. Set.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They run for it with Bigsby. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Bigsby looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Crime is gonna pay.